What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about MoonWell today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this, and let's get into it. It's the 6th of July today. Here we are at about 2.9 cents with exactly 8 hours left in the day, up 10% on the day. It's a good move, good day. Breaking out of this range, looking like you have a bit of a ascending triangle, right? Higher lows, flat top. You're making the breakout right now. You're in the midst of it as we speak. Let's look at this on the on a chart that has volume to it, okay, so that we can validate if this is legit or not. So looking at this on a 1 hour time frame, yeah, you're getting some volume coming in on this breakout. It's nothing spectacular, it's nothing crazy, but it is more volume than you've seen since Wednesday, and it is the weekend, so we'll give it to you, the fact that there's a little bit of a lacklusterness in the volume here. Bitcoin moving up, closed that candle very strong, above average volume on that 4 hour candle here on Binance. And 3 hours 59 minutes left in this candle here. I wouldn't be surprised at all if we saw a little turbulence. Maybe we come down, wick, continue to rip. I don't think that we stop here. I think we will continue to move, and MoonWell is getting a nice pop off of that, I'm assuming, is what it looks like. So I would think that MoonWell continues to run as well. If we're looking at this here on the 1 hour time frame, you got pretty damn overbought. Again, running with the idea that maybe you come down. Why is it do I not have the countdown? Wait. Oh, maybe I'm looking at this wrong. Would it be right here? More settings. Where's my countdown to candle close? Countdown to bar close, yeah. It's just not going right now. Is Coinbase broken? Is that what's happening? Coinbase might be broken, you guys. I wonder, actually. Is it? Because Coinbase could be down. That actually does happen. 1 hour time frame. Let me see. Let me look and see actually right now. Hold on, let me see. Sometimes they go under routine maintenance, and it's always routine, right? But they never tell you whenever it's actually going to happen, like when the maintenance is coming. No, everything's good. Everything I can trade. Everything's up and running. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know why we're not having a countdown to candle close going on right now. That's kind of odd, but whatever. Coinbase is glitching, or maybe TradingView is just glitching, and I'm stuck on things that don't really matter anyway. So 1 hour time frame. Pretty damn overbought. I mean, you got up above the 90, man. You're coming down. You probably correct a little bit from here. A little bit, but again, I don't think that you stop here. I think, what you're probably going to do is consolidate, backtest prior resistance points back here, right? Backtest your resistance, consolidate, do that, let the RSI cool off, and then whenever it does, then you'll continue to rip and run. You should be moving up higher, probably above 3 cents here by the end of the day, if I really had to guess. If not by the end of today, sometime tomorrow, and probably even beyond 3 cents. We'll see. But the stochastics look good. The MACD just crossed above the zero. All good things, my friends. And let's look at the 4 hour time frame. Zoom out a little bit. Get some fibs on here. I like the bounce. This is a really nice bounce on the 4 hour oscillators right here, just below the zero. I love this. This is a really good look actually, and I think that you're just getting started, is what this is telling me. The volume is decent. You're just getting started. Absolutely. I am curious though, as to it's 2 minutes into the new hour here. Why the price hasn't moved? What's going on? What's going on, Coinbase? Has this happened? Let's just see. I've got maybe. Okay, so it does happen, I guess, where sometimes you'll go for like 2 minutes. I wonder why that is. I wonder if maybe there's just no trades being had. Is it that low volume? No, there's still volume. I don't know. Maybe it's low volume. That could be what it is. Just nobody taking trades in that moment. Maybe that's what it is. It's like Coinbase is operating, but nobody's taking a trade in 2 minutes on MoonWell. Maybe that's what it is. Lower market cap, lower liquidity. What is Wells market cap on that note? Yeah, that's probably what it is, actually. Okay, I'm a little bit less freaked out by that now. I wasn't really freaked out by it to begin with, but I was just curious more so. 4 hour time frame, all bullish stuff. Again, running with the idea that you probably do consolidate around here first. It could be for 2 hours. It could be for 12 hours. I don't know, but you'll probably rip and run after you cool off your indicators a little bit on that 1 hour time frame. Who knows? By the end of this 4 hour candle, you could be a lot higher from here. If you just consolidate for the next 3 hours, and that last hour of this 4 hour candle, you start moving up higher. That wouldn't surprise me either, because getting overbought like this, typically you do continue to run. You don't just stop in your tracks right here. But even if you do, it's fine. Likely the coming days will be bullish. And what do I mean by bullish? Let's see. Well, if we take this from a high to a low, we take our measure move of this ascending triangle, which you take the base of the triangle, you put it at the top of the pattern, you take that and you put this at the top of the pattern here, right to the golden ratio. It's perfect. It's literally perfect. I couldn't dream up a better situation here. You're likely going to go up to about 3.5 to 3.65 cents. You're at 2.9 cents right now. Sometimes and oftentimes enough, you will go from the 382 to the 236, but if we're expecting that you hold support here, you're just going to consolidate below. There's a chance where you just rip up to this thing sooner instead of waiting to consolidate back to the 236 and then coming up, right? Typically, too, whenever you see this kind of consolidation where you hit the 382 but you don't come back down to the 236, those are opportunities where you can bust through the golden ratio. We've seen it happen enough times where things just rip right up to their 786, 886 area. So do keep in mind 3.5 to 3.65 cents is the target area, but 3.9 to 4.2, we got you in mind as well. Very well could happen. Looking at this on a 4-hour time frame, I would expect that sometime this coming week, right? We've got only 8 hours left in this week, so the new week's about to start. Sometime in the next 7 days, we should be up around, I think, around 4 cents, if not at least above 3.5 cents, right? That's what I would expect. If not higher, sure, you could go higher, absolutely. Looking at this here, if I can get it. There we go. Maybe, did we look at the 4-hour stuff? Everything just looks like it's just getting started, so I definitely think that you don't stop here. Daily time frame, MACD's crossing green, which is nice. Higher lows dating back for a while now. You have found support where? Low to high, right at your golden ratio. Found support at the 0.5, building higher, yeah. 3.5 cents right there, yeah, you're probably moving up higher. It's common, hopefully, in this kind of bullish scenario, what you'd look for is that you go above the 236, kind of consolidate around there, and then continue to move up, something like that. So, yes, I think that you're getting ready to not just see 3.5 cents and higher, but even prices that are above 4.5 cents inevitably. Maybe not this week, but next week, going into the end of the month, stuff like that. High to low, I would expect that over the coming weeks, you are moving up to the 618 area, which is all the way up at 5.1 to 6 cents. You should at least be here by the end of the month. By the end of July, you should at least be here, if not higher. I don't know if you're above 9 cents by the end of the month. You could be. I mean, you really could be at new all-time highs by the end of the month, but I think something between about 9 to 7.4 cents is a good goal, at least here. This is the standard, this is the goal, and then anything more than that is just icing on the cake, okay? Inevitably, I do believe that you'll see higher prices. I do believe that you'll go even higher than that. Things look good. You get overbought, things are really going to start to rip. Overbought in the stochastics, you can be overbought for a while here. The last time you got overbought, right, when you were oversold coming up into the overbought zone, look, this is just the beginning of this move up all the way up here, right? Kind of a lackluster move. It was exciting at first and then just slowly tapered off. I think this move is going to be a little bit more exciting, right? A lot of cryptos in April, the April to May pump that they had, it was like a test run. I think this next run is going to be a lot faster for most cryptos. So getting overbought like this on the stochastics, that's a good sign. Getting set up to cross the zero line with your MACD here, crossing the zero line right here, is also a good sign. You haven't really begun this move yet, or maybe you are just now beginning it is a better way to think of it. Whenever it does come to moving up to new relative highs, let's get MoonWell on something. We don't need volume now. I would call it new all-time highs. Yeah, you got a wick all the way up here, but I would say this is your all-time high. You know, I don't think this is real back here. This is like your first real taste of price, so you're at new all-time highs. 0.5, 236, we've seen that actually happen a lot recently. Whenever you do see new all-time highs, the expectation would be sometime in August, you're at about 19.5 to 40 cents. Anything and everything in between, man. You could really be at anything from 19.5 to 40 cents is fair game, in my opinion. Any higher than that, I don't expect. I would think most likely you're probably around like 26 to 30 cents, but time will tell. At least down at least around 20 cents. If not, most probably around 30 cents or at the most 40 cents. But I got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Weekly MACD starting to get some bullish iterations here, bullish momentum building. Stochastics are crossed up. Well, the blue line is at least. Technically, it's not crossed up yet, but you have time to do that, and I think you will. The RSI bouncing off the 40. We like to see that. Good stuff. Double bottom overall, looking like you want to get to the overbought zone, and when you do, I mean, the last time you got overbought on your weekly time frame, this is what happened. The last time you got overbought before that, this is what happened. You got overbought here, little move, pretty big move here. I'm thinking that you're only getting more productive and bigger with your movements as you go through this cycle. Okay, so I would expect this move is going to be just as big, if not bigger, than these moves here, and that should again take you to something around 26 cents to 40 cents, my guess. If not, 20 cents at a minimum. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one, okay? Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.